Are you talking about Calvin, or...?
Does it always hurt this much? Sometimes it hurts much worse.
Am I the only one finding this kind of hot?
What's to become of our family, Sarah? I know not. But I will always look after thee.
Wait, no! Go back! Go back! I want to see him get it on!
Farewell, my boy.
Oh, son of a bitch! We're right in the middle of hot medieval lesbianism!
One of the few things I want to see before I die,
And then all of a sudden it cuts to those two pusses? I mean, come on! What kind of sexual eroticism can we possibly get out of those two?
Never swallow.
Never swallow.
Go back to the lesbians!
Alright, so there's no more hot British lesbian sex. Wow, 4 words I never thought I'd hear together. But Calvin does manage to get the blacksmith to make him a bike. Yep, first it was the rollerblades, now it's a bike.
What is it?
It's a mountain bike.
For God's sakes, how many groundbreaking technologies can that blacksmith make?
What is that? It's a Ford Focus, with anti-lock brakes, standard CD MP3 player, and new electronic stability control. Neat, huh?
So the two of them decide to ride their bike and go on a picnic. Here we get to see editing at its worst, as it literally just dissolves in every single cut.
Why the hell are they doing that? You usually dissolve just to show a passing of time. I mean, is that what's going on? Is time going by as they're talking?
I never knew my mother that well. I heard she was a prostitute with crabs. Funny, in 7th grade, I knew I had to wear diapers for the rest of my life, so it took a little adjusting, and sometimes I just hit the wall and cry out of nowhere, and I have no idea why.
So, okay, these two are supposedly falling in love, if you can buy that, as Calvin says goodbye to his sweetheart at the door.
I haven't had this much fun in my whole life. I know you're worried about your father. Me too. I promise I'll do everything I can to keep Belasco from screwing things up.
You know, you're right next to the door, kid. You really can't hear her struggling and mumbling for help?
Princess.
Help me!
I haven't had this much fun in my whole life.
Horrible!
I know you're worried about your father.
I'm worried about me, you moron!
I guess that's all.
Don't leave me!
Oh yeah,
Help!
you're a great kisser.
Oh my God, what an idiot!
So yeah, the brave warrior princess who has been taught sword fighting all her life suddenly can't use her fighting techniques on a couple of guards. This is a very common case I like to call the dumbass in distress disorder. This usually involves a strong, totally independent female who for the first 2 acts of the movie kicks everybody's ass and is a mighty force to reckon with. But then, near the end of the movie, as the 3rd act's getting closer, I suddenly find myself becoming dumber and less confident. And now suddenly I'm in danger. Oh, if only there was a man around to save me. They never seem to succumb to this strategically contrived illness. So they sneak her out under the cover of daylight for some reason, as Lord Eyeshadow tells Winslet that he has her sister, and the only way he'll let her go is if she marries him.
You cannot force me to marry you.
If you do not consent, then Princess Catherine will die.
Ha! You see what I just did there? I made fun of your acting. Because I'm the one who will have the career after this movie. I was the villain in True Lies. When will you ever be in a James Cameron movie? Oh God, I'm funny. So Lord Gaycloak plans to pin the whole kidnapping on Calvin. But Calvin escapes as he tells the king what's going on and pleads with him to help.
She's been taken prisoner.
Well, it's impossible.
Belasco's orders.
But I would trust Belasco with my life.
You've been faked out, played for a sucker. Your chain has been royally pulled.
And other things I'm sure children my age say.
So the king decides to help him out as Calvin goes and hides.
Sorry, Your Highness. I have some terrible news.
Never mind me. I'm just a moving hunk of armor with a kid's face for a crotch.
What a wasting my time. Find the boy. Bring me his head on a pike.
I'm acting! So Calvin thinks up a plan. He and the king dress like peasants so they can break into Lord Ponytail's fortress and save Katie. Yeah, that's a good plan. Or, seeing how he's the king, maybe he could just say, arrest that bastard, bring my daughter back, and have this all fixed in 2 minutes! But the movie decides this is more exciting, as the king discovers he's not as welcome in his kingdom as he thought.
They find out you're the king. You're dead meat.
I don't understand.
Let's boogie.
'Cause that's what kids say, right? They say boogie, get down, do the hammer time, funky monkey. I swear I'm cool. Please tell me I'm cool.
Ah, yes, again, this fearsome warrior princess can battle with a bow, arrow, and sword, but is just so afraid of those pesky, dirty rats. Ew! Meanwhile, our two heroes break into the fortress to save the day.
Quiet. I think I hear my daughter pushing out.
Oh, I knew you'd come.
You wouldn't happen to have a key, would you?
I have something better, lad. A father's love for a daughter.
Oh! Well, I have a boy's horniness for a hot chick. Let's see if that works.
Cool.
Come.
But the guards arrive as the king plans to rediscover his inner knight once more.
Oh, come on. You could blow on the old geezer and he'd fall over.
Be careful. Some of them might be carrying baseballs. God help you if they're carrying baseballs.
Gee, this always works in the movie.
Oh yeah, because the realism of this moment totally made me forget that this was in fact a movie. That's the good the filmmaking. But Katie gets kidnapped again as her heroes plead for her life at the edge of a cliff.
Stop there! Or she flies like a bird.
No, take me.
Please!
Oh, I'm afraid rock and roll will not work this time.
You're wrong. It is the great equalizer.
What the hell? Oh, please, that's mildly annoying. Okay, first of all, the laser on a Discman can't be turned on unless the Discman is closed. Second, how come when the knight falls he suddenly turns into a hand puppet? I mean, did they have any effects for this movie at all? So our heroes finally return the princess back home to be reunited with her sister.
Oh, thank God.
Oh yeah, kiss her, touch her all over. Now I know what you're thinking. Aren't they sisters? Isn't the idea of them making out sick? Nope. Hey, they're actresses first and sisters second, and that's good enough in my porno book. So now it's time to put that evil douche whore in his place.
You're looking extremely well, Your Highness. If you'll just excuse me, I'll go and get ready for the tournament. Welcome back, High.
What? You're gonna let him walk after all he's done?
You're gonna let him walk after all he's done?
Even the idiot knows this makes no sense.
The people believe me to be a card, and the cards are still loyal to Belasco. Bide that time, young knight. When the hour is nigh, we'll nail him.
Yes, well wait until he kills me in my sleep, murders my daughters, and takes his place on the throne. And then we'll really get him. But all is not finished, as there is still a tournament to be had, where the winner gets to win Kate Winslet's hand in marriage. So of course, Lord Unibrow enters the tournament, putting on his most ridiculous Power Ranger villain suit he could find.
Go, go, Power Rangers!
Daniel Craig gets in the tournament thinking he can win the day, but sadly he's no match for a shiny piece of jewelry on the bad guy's helmet. What a load of pussy. Yes, it's all part of the plan. He wins the tournament, marries my daughter, rules the kingdom, and then we spring into action. But Calvin thinks he can get Craig back on his feet and keep on fighting.
So, Kane, how many fingers am I holding up?
Just a little off the top. Keep the sideburns.
Ah, no doubt one of the great James Bond moments.
Bond. James Bond.
Vodka martini. Shaken, not stirred.
Just a little off the top. Keep the sideburns.
Though it looks like Craig, or someone who looks like Craig, has entered back into the tournament. Will he be victorious? His chances look slim. But somehow, shockingly, the knight stays on his horse and keeps on riding.
What the fuck?
So they go at it again, this time without that pesky head holding him back. So the knight wins the day, and who exactly was he all along? What a shock! And a load of shit. I mean, by the contest rules, this makes no sense. He didn't fight anyone else, so it defeats the idea of a tournament. This contest should be null and void. And it turns out Lord Harry Browse has the exact same opinion.
To meet thy ancestors.
But you are my ancestors.
Haha! It turns out the mysterious Black Knight shows up to save the day. This is the hero all the town has been talking about, who has been bringing them food and money to save the people.